Tribe, welcome back again. Okay, so if you don't know, I'm Mr. Hall, author, founder, artist, healer, healed, conscious systems architect, ethical shadow worker for adult content and creation and education. Spiritual burp, if you've been following along. If you're unfamiliar with that, it's a spiritual release taking place. I'm here to remind you that you are your best guide, as I am, because we are, right? And to remind you how it all connects in perspective, context, and perception. As soon as I begin the video, I begin to channel. And a lot is coming through today. Something significant about the Scorpio new moon, if you practice that in any of your spiritual circles or intellectual circles or anywhere within human existence, as reality is still catching up to define what I am, as we are undeniable and unexplainable, right? So, titles out the way, that's the introduction. Welcome back, tribe. Everyone that is a part of the tribe and has been returning. Ooh, so much energy. Okay, where to begin? You may be asking yourself that question. Okay, so I'm picking up a rebirth energy, definitively. Something about a rebirth. Some form of cancer. You may have cancer within your birth chart. If you're unfamiliar with your birth chart, click the link in the bio above. Book a session with me. I'm very selective though. Okay, I'm being guided to read this. So you may have left a note for yourself from the future, okay, if we're looking at time linearly. All of my readings are timeless. This is an omnism and animism based channel, post, energy, frequency. It all connects, right? So everyone is included. No goods or evils. We practice non-duality here. Only guideline is that we let the energy flow. So what I'm seeing, okay. Okay, so something very significant coming through with spiritual energy. However you would like to reference this, whatever religion or understanding of consciousness you fall into, non-human intelligences, however you can fit this into the human context, okay, the human existence, okay. But I'm being guided to mention this for you. Reality is shifting from literal to figurative, metaphorical, fluid, a multi-dimensional quantum entanglement of truths, essentially expanding and evolving into states of consciousness and awareness collectively. All right, and so that may be significant. These may have been topics of discussion or thoughts that you may have been receiving. I'm picking up the dice in your hands as well on a choice or decision. Animal spirits, okay, and or animals becoming spirits, okay, so you may be embodying some form of animal spirit, okay, that may be significant as well. So let's move forward. Let's see. Okay, and numbers that may be significant and provide further confirmation for you: 3, 2, 11, 4, okay, 33, 12. Okay, so these can be applied to any understanding that you may have of numbers, numerology, numerically, okay, vibrationally, energetically, frequency, okay. So as soon as I open the animal spirit book, guidebook, something about the elk coming up, so earth signs, okay, something may be significant about an earth sign. I'm also picking up a Leo, double Leo. Okay, so you may be exuberating some strong energies. And there may be some things that you are processing, okay, into your consciousness, something for you to understand, something about the new moon again coming up. If we look at the imagery on this elk card, bellowing to the moon, okay, so something in your subconscious, okay, connecting with your crown chakra or higher states of awareness, okay. I'll go ahead and read as well what it says. Stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They may be known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. Okay? So you may be in balance of this, okay? Something may be significant about a literal mother, a literal father, okay? This can be energetically speaking as well, as I'm picking up. You may be connecting with, okay, Mother Earth, Father Earth, okay? I'm being guided to mention it this way. And really with this ether, something coming full circle on this new moon, okay? You may be in a celebratory energy with the double Leo populating here. Okay, I'm going to check something for us too. So you may be doing your research or have been doing your research on something, okay? And this has elevated you in some sense, all right? Something that I picked up earlier as well with lighter lights and darker darks, okay? Something about a separation taking place, or that energy attempting to be projected onto you. So some form of separation in yourself, okay? Something about fragmenting your spirit. I'm also picking up the cabal. So you may have relations to that energy. Okay, I'm also picking up anointing with the way that I wrote my, so something about anointing tribe. Okay, so you may have been anointed by the dark, whatever that may mean for you. Okay, the unknown, the unseen. Okay, this isn't coming in a negative context. I'm also picking up hindsight, okay? Being able to have eyes in the back of your head. You may be feeling that way. You may be feeling monitored, monitoring spirits, being watched, okay? Energies like this. I'm also picking up a lot of ancestral wisdom, okay? Sacred wisdom, esoteric wisdom, occult wisdom, okay? Intellect, intelligences. I did pick up a bit on, okay, the play. And so something about a play. You may be going to a play. You may be guided to play. You may be guided to get into that energy a bit. Yeah, so you have something is calling you, all right, to take action into play, okay? Being in the flow state, being into, okay, reacclimation into yourself. So I'll digress. That reference that I made, so something possible, okay, something is possible, okay? You may be creating something from fabrics, all right? This would be significant. And let me digress again. If I've already lost you and you're not picking up any confirmation so far, this reading may not be for you, and share it with someone who it is for. Also, do some research, come back, so you can get better acquainted with some of the language that I'm using, okay? Metaphorically speaking and energetically speaking. Something significant about 32 and 43, or 34 and 23, okay? So moving back to what we were discussing. So you're seeing the mirrors of something, right? And you're creating from the fabrics of consciousness, okay? Creating from the will, okay? Being born to shine, the Leo energy, the sun energy, okay? Something is shining bright within you, your passion, something that you want to create, your willpower, okay? A fire energy I'm picking up. So earth and fire coming up. You may have a strong earth sign placement. You may have a strong fire placement, okay? In your 11th house or 12th house, second or third, okay? Significance about seeing the number 333, 222, 444, 1212, 1111. Okay, something that you weren't understanding from your subconscious mind is being transmuted with love. So you may be going through a transmutation, okay, or transmuting energy. All right, any type of evil eye, envy, okay, You may be transmuting this energy. Okay. Yes, your gifts are okay. Depending on where you are within the human context, your spiritual awakening, your awareness to conspiracy truths, to non-human intelligences, to different states of being, and the awareness of these existences. Okay, and spiritual movement. I'm picking up. You may be hearing and seeing signs that are giving you confirmation to your awakening, your rebirth. Okay, some anointing. Okay, I'm also picking up Catholicism. Okay. Um, so there's some form of sacred act taking place. Okay, so be aware of this taking place around this new moon. Okay, something about a cycle. All right. I'm also picking up the statement filling a gap. Okay, so something that was in your subconscious is being brought forth for you to address. Okay, and we with this Scorpio energy of rebirth and digging deep, something that was deeply hidden within, coming to the light for purification. So going through some form of purification process through fire, by fire. Okay. Okay. Something about hay house. Okay, something about hay, something about a house. And with you creating from this fabric of reality, of consciousness, okay, tapping into the spirit, the ether, I'm being mentioned, okay. So you may be, someone or groups or individuals may be mentioning you, okay, and this may not be directly, okay. You'll have to pick up between the lines, okay. I'm picking up pictography, okay. Get the picture. You're getting the picture. I'm picking up Polaroid as well, something significant about that, or the letters in the word Polaroid, okay. Okay. You're finally able to release something, release some tension, release some strife, some perceived tension. And this is coming from your ancestors, okay? So you're being covered with something, some form of anointing, like I said. Okay, so again, grounding as well. Your root chakra may be significant, the color red. Excuse me. Yeah, something being released, okay? So there may have been some type of binding. I'm picking up the imagery coming to mind as a 20-year curse, okay? Some form of 20-year entrapment, some form of 20-year attachment, okay? To negative thinking, negative processing, belief systems, something shifting, okay? With ideologies, okay? Your personal ideologies. This can be on a macro and a micro scale, okay? Externally and internally. With this seeing of the mirrors, okay? You may be seeing and recognizing and witnessing, okay, how malleable reality is. Something about that, okay? And something significant about an algorithm, the algorithm of existence, okay? The title of this reading will be Redefining Eternal, okay? You're redefining eternal. Okay, and with the imagery on this guidebook, I'm picking up reptilian energy, okay, or working or healing the reptilian mind, okay, within yourself, okay. So healing your nervous system, something significant about that as well. This purification through sheer will, okay, and a loving awareness to your subconscious. Tribe, if you've been following along, the energy is a bit different today. Interesting. The new moon. Okay, if you subscribe to the moon or anything relative about astrology or planets, in some circles they don't even exist, right? But either way, confirmation. I don't know if you heard some energies. Okay, so let me grab a deck. A deck. I'm hearing someone say, "Don't be a dick." I don't use that terminology, but that may be coming up for somebody. Okay, I'm being guided to use the Wild Unknown deck. Okay. Okay, try. Okay. All right. Well, so you may be causing some form of commotion, or there may be chaos around you causing this. Okay? I'm picking up a disruptive energy, but that's not your intention. Okay. So you may have, okay, something may have fallen. I'm picking up an empire falling, okay, or some perceived empire falling. All right. We'll get back to the die. Okay. So the card that came up, the Wild Unknown deck. You may have been practicing some form of candle magic as well. And I mentioned this because, I'll hide the rest of the card. This is coming from the Karma Sutra Tarot deck. But this is a scene of an individual watching life or pleasure happen, okay? And being unable to enjoy it and focusing on either rebuilding their strength and or grounding or rooting themselves. So this may be you within a hermit energy, okay? Taking space away from what you would have found pleasurable, okay? Redefining, okay, from the ground up, okay, the root. So something about root work as well. I'm also picking up volume 1. So you may be writing a book, you may be working on structuring, like I mentioned previously, this creation from the fabrics of consciousness, okay? If you see a red candle outside of this video, then that will also be confirmation for you, okay? Wherever you see a red candle, something is in that vicinity for you to pay attention to. You may also want to look up the spiritual representation and meaning of a red candle, okay? But something significant about this, okay? I'm picking up that, oh, and this does represent the Hermit card, okay? Right. So you're focused, okay, and the letters X and I may be significant. I'm picking up X marks the spot and II. So something about a captain. Okay. Something maybe setting. Okay. So the imagery coming to mind is the ocean. And in the ocean, you are delving deep within yourself emotionally, right? Spiritually. Okay. As the ocean would represent emotions, or water would be representing emotions, and as well the spirit. Okay, so emphasis on the spirit. You're definitely having some form of spiritual movement, a rebuilding from within. Okay, okay, yeah, that's good to show. So a rebuilding from within. This is you, regardless of gender. Okay, there's no gender in tarot oracle. It's simply energy. Okay, so something significant about that. You may be going to an event. Okay, with this pinkies up. Interesting. Okay, so you being in Hermit, I'm picking up the energy of you being in Hermit and reestablishing and redefining pleasure for yourself is shifting reality around you. Okay? Yeah. I'm picking up the energy of not crying over spilled milk as the foundations are built out of glass. Something about that. So you may be going to some form of glass structure. You may be reworking, remodeling. I'm picking up glass work as well. So some type of forging, you are forging something, okay? Forging a new path, a new way. Interesting. Okay, you might find something interesting, okay, as you reflect on the past, okay? And or you reflect on the way you felt about the past, okay? I'm picking up being open to learn, unlearn and relearn. Something about that may be significant. I'm going to move forward to the, okay, so you may be a Aries or a fire sign again, coming up with the Emperor on the back of this deck, but the Hermetic Tarot, okay? So you may be getting into tarot. You may be embodying, okay, you may be embodying the Nine of Pentacles, Lord of Material Gain, all right? So depending on where you are on this frequency, and you may be embodying the star, okay? So there may be a star that was losing finances or funding, okay? What was being projected to you, okay? Actually not and or, but redefining love through purity and redefining what you appreciate within the material realm, okay? Because you are the star, embracing this star energy, okay? And you may have strong verbal placements, okay? We did say earth and fire, and now we have air energy. Okay, I'm picking up something about air energy with Aquarius. Okay, I'm picking up the age of Aquarius, the age of Leo. Okay, something about south nodes and north nodes. Okay, so embracing. Okay, it looks like you've embraced some form of south node energy. And if you're unfamiliar with this, okay, your life path, in the perspectives and perceptions and contexts of the human existence, in some spiritual circles, the life path would be determined as we are spirits having a human experience, and when we reincarnate here, we select all of our experiences, essentially. This is one perspective, okay, for context. If you need more information, do your own research and or click the link above in the bio and book a session with me. Either way. So in the life path, you would have a north node and a south node, okay? And the north node would be what your soul would like to achieve, okay? All right, so I'll digress a bit while I explain this. It looks like, feeling like, hearing like, sounding like, it's being like, okay? So you're being like in your north node, okay? You're being like yourself. You're being renewed. You're being authentic. You're being, you're focused on being, okay? Something about this that may be significant. Okay, moving forward. So the north node would represent the next highest depth, okay? The highest depth of your soul, in a soul expansion, okay? What you would want to embody, what lessons you would want to learn this lifetime by being in the physical vessel of this earth school, this earth realm, okay? I'm picking up 3D, okay, I'm picking up flat earth. That may be significant for someone, so looking into conspiracy truths or labels, and also realm, as in a plane of existence. So something significant about an airplane, and also a plane, like a hill, a flat surface, okay? But planes of existence. So within this plane of existence, the north node would be what you want to achieve during this lifetime as a soul. And the south node would be what you experienced in a past life, a past experience, a past or previous incarnation. So I'm picking up incarnation, reincarnation, okay? You may be reincarnated. You may be recognizing that you are a reincarnated energy. Okay, I'm picking up 144,000. I'm picking up Egyptian ancestors. I'm picking up ancestry. Okay, I did earlier too. Okay, so yeah, something about the air signs, Princess of Swords. So you're really going through some form of intellectual expansion, and this is allowing you to really reach this Nine of Pentacles energy. Okay. So Nine of Pentacles representing abundance, affluence, okay? One away from completion. So also 9 representing completion, and making something eternal, okay? Generational. Yeah, Princess of Swords, again, at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we'll shuffle one more time. Yeah, Princess of Swords and King of Swords. So I'm picking this up as you being able to balance out your divine masculine and divine feminine energies, okay? You being able to reconcile any attachments that may have been separating you from yourself. I'm picking up any fears around love or attachment styles, okay, or any mental confusion that you may have been experiencing, okay, as these do represent the air signs. And we see, I'm picking up the imagery of Medusa, and then the imagery of, I'm picking up Monarch specifically, so that may be relevant. But something attempting to eat away at your mental capacities or have you in this confused and dazed, illusory state. Okay, you're being cleared of these energies as they're upright, right? So the princess of the rushing winds and the king, okay, prince of the chariots of the winds, okay. And notice in the Hermetic Tarot how it is titled the King of Swords, but similarly matches the Princess of Swords, okay? Not the Queen, but the Princess and the Prince, okay? Yeah. So your thoughts are taking you places, okay? Something may be significant about an Uber, something about an insurance, life insurance. Okay, I'll mention this. So there may have been some form of fraud or attempts at taking one's life and or suicide cults or some things like this. Okay, coming from a Knight of Pentacles reverse. Okay, attempting to gain the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, double Virgo energy. Okay, but yeah, something about that being moved out of the way as you travel intellectually. Okay, and or this may have been you in this Knight of Pentacles energy. I'm picking up being so in your head that it was impacting your finances, and or this may have been projected at you, towards you. Okay, yeah, some form of betrayal. Okay, yeah, there was supposed to be a harmonious change, okay, with the okay, excuse me, spiritual burp. So there may have been a Capricorn involved, but so there's supposed to be some type of earthly luck, okay, and this was supposed to be a harmonious change, but some form of betrayal took place, okay? Lord of Sorrow, okay? Keeping you, again, with the swords representing mental energy. Keeping you stuck in some mental space. But what I'm seeing, yeah, putting you in this energy of the star reversed. So unable to express yourself, feeling that you are not a star, feeling disempowered, being stuck in an illusory space. Okay, almost as though as a destiny swap, an energy masking, illusions. Okay, we're getting now into different forms of magic or occultism, different forms of practices on this earthly plane. Okay, I'm also picking up etherically, attempting to impact your star energy. Okay, wanting you to be small. I'm picking up as well. Specific groups may be involved in this as well. Not. How do I say this for us? Specific groups, cults, gangs, cartels, mafias, okay? Corrupt governments, corrupt corporations, corrupt individuals, corrupted souls, spirits that have been taken over by possessions, okay? Unable to master specific planes of consciousness, existence, and being. May have been attempting to keep you stuck in a space to fill a gap, right? If we look at the full circle that's surrounding this star energy, right? You'll notice that we have multiple circles within this tree of life. I'm picking up the tree of life and also the tree of death. But either way, your energy was attempting to be siphoned into one of these spots. And it looks like, all right, with this sun energy, we have that double Leo. I'm also picking up, if you see a bit more, we'll see the sun, okay? The symbolism of the sun here. And with that, you're having this divine protection and possibly otherworldly protection, ancestral protection, non-human intelligence protection, right? Like I said, digressing again, the energy of creating from the fabrics of reality, okay? A gift for you, an emotional fulfillment, something that is emotionally fulfilling to you, okay? So an integration of the north and south nodes. Referencing that north and south node. So the south node would be negative attributes for the soul to not repeat during this cycle of existence or consciousness or awareness, okay? And the north node would be what you would want to do, what you would want to learn, your best place to be activated, your best place to be empowered, the best place for you to make change within society, globally, even in yourself, right? You were able to integrate your south node. Okay, it looks like you've integrated your south node and are using the positive aspects from each part of yourself, the south, the masculine and the feminine energies. Okay, I'm also picking up south and north. So really bringing balance to polarity and duality within yourself. Okay, and you now holding a key. Okay, the imagery coming to mind is you now holding a key that allows you to embrace the fluidity of existence, this unlearning, relearning, okay? Unlearning negative thought patterns, negative attachments, what no longer serves you, and relearning, okay, and redefining the eternal, okay, to reach this to reach this star energy, okay, this Ace of Cups. All right, and then we have King of Cups. Okay, so being a master over your emotions, the emotional plane, okay, currently embracing the star energy, guiding you to this Ace of Cups. Okay, I wanted to say Ace of Pentacles, so that may be significant as well. So guiding you to financial abundance through emotional fulfillment while you embrace and honor your individuality, your uniqueness, your genius, okay? Many different forms of intelligence. And this came about because you've ended some cycle where you were in emotional strife that may have been being projected onto you, right? Keeping you in the space of the moon, illusory, okay? Subconscious, unawareness, things that you were not aware of, sacred, uh, seems that some ancient primordial energies were attempting to keep you entrapped, right? As we see the scarab beetle being very sacred in the Egyptian culture, in between these two towers, being held in place, okay? But and this also, so you, a Pisces energy may be significant, a water sign energy may be significant, okay? So a lot of water and air. So really mental confusion, okay? And then there was, yeah, something attempting to dominate you with the Lord of Dominion here. Two of Wands, okay? But, and attempting to take your dominion from you, your own sovereignty. But you've brought balance to this, okay? You and the universe have brought balance to this energy. Wow, the cards are talking tonight. Okay, something about having a serious conversation with yourself, okay, getting grounded as well. Wow. Okay, we're going to move on to the Psychic Tarot. I was guided to notate that. Okay, and you may be reflecting on, yeah, really redefining this material and spiritual prosperity, okay, with the, so something about mysterious. Okay, I'm picking up Mystique, so X-Men as well. That may be significant. Either way, you're transmuting energy and reassessing what material and spiritual prosperity means to you. Okay? Look at this individual now, this masculine energy. So the masculine energy taking activity, taking action, manifesting, dreaming, imagining, creating, right? With the mind and the sun being directly, okay? The power of Ra. Okay, I'm also picking up the energies of pure power being bestowed upon you, okay? This anointing. And those towers that we saw earlier in the Hermetic Tarot deck with the moon, right? So embracing both polarities of yourself, okay? Your subconscious and your conscious, and bringing the subconscious forward to the conscious and awareness now. And now the moon has transformed into the sun. And we also have the number 6 representing a balance between the flesh and the spiritual, okay? In this instance, this is what it's giving to me. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, and circling back as well, when getting the tarot cards, I had to move a few things and readjust, and this caused a bit of commotion that we heard, right? And some type of tower falling, okay? Some type of glass foundation, something that really was illusory, okay? A false material, a false prosperity being separated from you, okay? And this may have been divinely orchestrated for you. This may have been abrupt, depending on how you were interpreting the experience, okay? But either way, it was divinely orchestrated, I'm picking up. You may have been working with some form of medicine, okay, that allowed you to weave between these consciousnesses, okay? I'm being guided to mention it that way. That would be significant or something. Something significant about McDonald's. I'm picking up a wingdom, okay? Yeah, your crown is taking flight, okay? So I'm being guided to mention to you, get grounded just a bit. Remain grounded, remain in your body as well, balance. But, and you are your best guide, okay? Okay. Yeah, and the King of Cups. Yeah, so you're entering this King of Cups energy. All right, there may be, of course, So Scorpio does rule the genitals, okay, if we look at it astrologically speaking. So haven't used the Kama Sutra deck in a while, but it looks like it needed to come in place. So there may be some pleasure taking place, okay, or pleasure soon to come, okay. Okay, so I'm picking up some group activity as well. Something about a group activity and celebration. Because we have lots of reds, which red has really been coming up a lot. Passion, okay? A lot of passionate energy. Okay, interesting. And at the top of the deck, we have the crown chakra, the number 7. Yeah, so spiritually aligning and really redefining what your passions are, really being in tune and aligned with your passions, okay? Yeah, positive movement forward, okay? Yeah, you're being guided. You have your vessel, which is the ship, and the ocean, right? I did mention something about the ocean earlier, I believe, right? The spiritual voyage. Yeah, moving forward into abundance with the number 8. Also the cyclical nature of infinity symbol, okay? Yeah, and looking up at these candles, right? Looking back at these candles. So definitely some form of fire magic or some type of candle magic or some type of a ritual taking place, okay? So 666 may be significant. You may have been seeing that. So there may have been, in a specific context, 666, some form of ritual that was attempting to bind you taking place with up to 4 or 3 people, okay? Yeah, possibly 4. I'm picking up 2 couples. Okay, that may be significant for someone. Either way, I'm picking up swapping, couple swapping, ethical non-monogamy, and also decolonization are coming to mind. Something about this. So decolonizing the mind, okay, from any form of entrapment is opening your crown chakra. Is opening you up to the vastness of yourself. Yeah, being guided to choose wisely. And spirit coming to you in the form of animals, these animal spirits, okay? You having the oversight, the awareness, the perspective to really see from spiritual eyes, okay? Eyes closed, seeing from the mind as well. And now your mind is unblocked, okay? Anything attempting to block your mind, your creativity, your creations are unblocked. Yeah, new beginnings. Talk about the new moon, full circle, 0, okay? New moon, intuitively with this feminine energy, stepping onto the plane of Earth, the 3D plane, your physical, okay, I'm picking up to mention it this way, your physical energy, your physical steps, your practicality, your next move is intuitive, and you're working with the fabrics intuitively of consciousness, okay, and this is a gift coming to you, and or it is here, it is you. You are a new beginning, okay? Yeah, while you're in this rest and rejuvenation, okay, amongst the trees, okay, grounded, connecting to nature, right? And he is meditating, okay? So something about meditation, you may be practicing yoga, you may be looking into different forms of spirituality, okay? I do suggest looking into omnism, all right? But either way, this all connects, all right? And the number 4, yeah, your stability, regrounding, the foundation, rebuilding, okay? Really separating from this glass success, okay? Because glass cracks, I'm picking up to mention something significant about that. Okay, and there also may have been a literal, let's use the word seance. Let's use the word that's, don't use that word, so that may be significant for someone. There may have been some type of haunting taking place. Your ancestors possibly, your ancestors moving the energy for you, okay? And you being the ancestor now, moving the energy for yourself. No more suffering in silence. This 9, completion to suffering in silence. Yeah, no more of this energy. Again with, well, I don't know if we'll pick it up. Maybe it will. No. Okay, so there was a fabric on the card. Extra significance on this fabric. Okay. Yeah, you're moving reality into the right direction. Reality for yourself, what you want to see for yourself, what you want to create. Destiny, okay? Stepping into your destiny, that North Node energy, the number 10 again. So you may be seeing 1010 as well, really stepping into your destiny and the multi-dimensional aspects of yourself through creation and your willpower, represented right here on the solar plexus chakra. Okay, really tapping into this quantum energy. Nice. All right, tribe, this is great stuff. Hope you're enjoying this new moon. Let's see. Because I'm picking up a lot of pleasure. This is beautiful. Yeah, the universe is letting you know. Yeah, so the universe has you in a bit of solitude, right? Because I'm referencing, I'm referencing this hermit energy. Okay, solitude, divine masculine and divine feminine energy. So you may have a twin flame soulmate if you're into those perspectives, which in specific spiritual circles. I'm also picking up spiritual marriage as well, some type of energetic binding. But there's a completion, again, 9. So you may be seeing 999, a completion to your solitude. Okay, you've been, again, delving into knowledge, understanding, research. Okay, so the hermit twice. Okay. And the universe is guiding you now as you are the universe. I am because we are, right? Really tapping into these intuitive, subtle, metaphorical energies, okay? With the numbers 21. I'm also seeing 4 or Jupiter, so some form of good lurk. So there may be energies lurking, okay? To see where your good luck is coming from. As I'm picking this 21 up as the symbol for Jupiter, okay? Also the number 4. So you have stabilized your good luck. Your good luck is stabilized within the universe, okay? So mote it be, so it is. It's essentially the energy tribe. Beautiful. Okay, depending on where you are on the timeline. Maybe not so beautiful for some. But either way. All right, and tribe. All right, I'll get a few letters, okay? And remember to check out the shorts as well. I'm being guided. So there may be literally something about the shorts or the pants that you are wearing, okay? Something about shorts, check the shorts, okay? Something may be in the shorts. And I specifically was mentioning that for you to go ahead and check out the shorts on YouTube or any of my posts anywhere, and whatever you see first, okay, just scroll, close your eyes, do some way to use some method to pick, okay, the message for you, and when you stop or what you select would be the message as well for you, an extra confirmation on something, okay? I'm also picking up we make plans and God laughs, okay? That may be significant. Someone may use that as I did plan to use the Unknown Tarot or the Unknown Oracle deck. This full circle. Okay, so I'll use one card from it. Okay, so you may be so focused in your work, so focused in your channeling, so focused in your spiritual awakening, so focused in this new revelation that you're excited about and passionate about. Yeah, you're the healer. Okay, or you may be going to a healer, witnessing a healer. Something significant about this 3-headed snake as well. Okay, I'm being able to reincarnate, being able to rebirth. Okay, 3 lives, 9 lives. Okay, something significant about a cat as well. All right, you may want to look into the spiritual symbolism of cats. Okay, I'm picking up Anubis as well, but Basset. Okay. That may be significant, however, in whichever context and titles you would use within your spiritual circle and or the human existence or experience, okay? So something about 25, okay? Wow. And the shaman, the healer and the shaman. Just I'm being guided to put the colors together. That may be significant for someone, okay? Really tapping in. Wow. Huh. Okay. I'm also seeing a Venn diagram in this moment with the 2 circles coming together in the center. Okay. Bringing something together. The gem meeting. Okay. So some interdimensional non-human intelligence. Gem, something rare, connecting with what has been. Okay. And being healed and transmuted and rebirthed. Okay. Something significant about this. And the 3 heads again here with the skulls. Okay, 3-headed snake. Okay, so Yeah, there may have been something that is collapsing or crashing, okay, in one aspect. So not specifically, I'm picking this up as an external energy that may have had negative intentions or energies for your existence, okay, literally, all right? But yeah, oh, 3 and 4, and 3 again. So 3, 3, 3, 3 heads, 3 impressions in the center of this full circle, as well as 3 skulls. So 3, 3, 3, I'm picking up as well. You may have been seeing that. So your divinity. So okay, I'm also picking up the energy of being a failed sacrifice. So your energy has amplified triply. So not even squared, okay? Beyond squared. Okay, so I'm also picking up mathematics for you. So some type of equation algorithm. Yeah, the venom. You were able to absorb some form of venom. Okay, significant. Again, to the colors on this scarf. Okay, this headdress. Yeah, you are now protected by some form of venom. I'm also picking up the character from the film Venom. That may be significant as well. You've integrated some form of spirit. Okay, spirit has integrated with you. Yeah, you're no longer seeing the self in reverse. You're seeing the self in multi-dimensions, multiple avenues, multiple ways, multiple timelines. Okay, I'm picking up the oracle energy. Wow. Okay. Again, with this triple X, something significant about passion. So there may have been some sex magic taking place as well, some form of ritualistic energies performing. Okay, no judgment again, but in a negative context, it looks like, again, with the father. Okay, so someone's karmic father may have been involved, and or the father in whatever context you would pick this up, okay? Attempting to sacrifice someone or an individual. So wherever you see the word father, because we've gotten it twice, right? I'm picking up in school, a teacher would say something more than once, not for themselves, but and for the other, right? For the student. So something about the Father. So the Holy Father, the Holy Ghost, okay? Something about this. I'm getting a lot of religious context today, okay? But something about the Father, Father of two, okay? So again, and so this can be, okay, this can be the Father, but I'm also picking this up as maybe your father's side of the family, okay? Probably a father or masculine ancestor, because there's a lot of masculine energy in this reading. But what I'm also picking up is someone else's father, okay? In the context of this can be a feminine energy as well, but the father representing the birthing of the volume 1, okay? The first to do something, okay? You working with these fabrics of reality, gifted by the father. And the maiden. Starborn. Look. Okay, so you've really balanced these energies of the masculine and the feminine. Okay? Okay, I'm picking up 2, 5, 3. Something significant about that. Okay. So alignment, an align change to divinity. I'm picking it up this way. Some form of align change to divinity. Okay? And being able to see the inverse, okay, or the negatives, okay? Spiritual release. So being able to see the negatives and transmute them into positives, okay? Taking something negative and making it positive, okay? That's one of your gifts I'm also picking up. So the Starborn, this egg, this cosmic egg, again, with the matching. I chose to wear this today, so that's highly significant. So you're going to see matching colors. You're going to see matching patterns, all right? Wow, that was a lot. Yeah. Apocalypsis. Ooh, so something possibly incoming for the energies that were attempting to entrap you mentally. Okay, we'll leave that there. This read feels a bit more celebratory. Okay, you have become the apocalypse for some external energies possibly, and or you've gone through the apocalypse and you have been rebirthed. I'm picking up near-death experiences, NDEs, as a reference, possible literal death and rebirth. You may have been experiencing some very supernatural experiences. I'm picking up supernatural being with the Starborn energy, right? Yeah, your spiritual train, your spiritual strength has completed. Okay, you've gone up a level. Okay, and I'm not picking this up as hierarchical. I'm picking up as a depth. Okay, and I'll reference the very beginning of the video in the post in the channeled message where I mentioned the lighter the light, the darker the dark. Okay, something about that where as you rise, other energies may fall. Okay, and that is the perception. But and what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is the more purity, the more holy, the more light, the closer you are to divinity. But not literally. I'm just sharing what I'm hearing, okay, or what I'm being told and guided to mention for you. So, okay, I'm picking up the inverse. So this is in the specific circles and groups, right? Depending on what aspect you would fall into. The nastier and the naughtier you would get, let's say in adult films and or in any specific rituals or groups, right? The more and the worse things that you do, the higher in rank you would go. In the adverse, the negative or the flip side, okay, I'm picking up to mention flip side, the more holier you act and the more holier things you do, the higher you elevate in that perspective of light and the perspective of dark. So the elevation of both light and dark in balance, okay, within you, I'm picking up. But that may be significant for someone. Okay. Yeah, deception and envy. Envy twice. I did mention that. Okay. All right. So you've ended some type of envy. Okay. Or you've learned how to transmute energy around envy. And you're possibly even making some unexpected acquaintances and alliances. Okay, with partnerships and alliances showing up, the number 3. So so the unexpected alliance may have been something divine, non-human intelligences, something that you are unable to put into words. Okay, simply a what you are. Yeah, with your sacral chakra activated, with this, yeah, alignment to your sacral chakra, your creative energy, your life force. Okay, I'm picking up chi, so you may be in that part of the world tribe. Wow. Yeah, some type of congratulations. Okay. Wow. Interesting. So I'm also picking up you connecting with your soul tribe, your soul family, whatever that would mean for you and represent for you in this lifetime. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Wow, such a good read today. Okay. Oh, never wants me to stop. Okay. I'm also picking up you being able to assess when you need a break or being able to recognize, okay, something is broken. Okay. You being able to see what needs to be changed. Okay. And you're taking action on it with the right shoulder. I'm being guided. So something, okay, so look over your right shoulder. Something being significant about that. Look over your right shoulder. Literally in this moment, whatever you see over your right shoulder, or you may have had an itch or feeling on your right shoulder, that'll also be an extra confirmation for you. You may be a Taurus or Gemini, okay, with the shoulders. Okay, so you being able to see both sides of something, okay, clearly, okay, and ground that energy in with Taurus energy, okay, Gemini being able to see both two sides of something, the two faces of Gemini, okay, duplicity, in a higher vibrational Gemini, being able to see both sides of something. So you may be connecting with those energies, okay, and Gemini is being very intellectual, quick-witted, okay, so something being communicated to you quickly, all right, and you grounding that energy in, okay. Ooh, this reading got a little intense. All right. Not there, camera. Okay, there we go. Again, something about being monitored, being watched. I'm picking up say anything. Say anything. Someone may be wanting to communicate with you, or your spirits may be trying to get in touch with you. I'm picking up your wish is our command. Okay. So something about AA. Someone may be recovering from something. I'm picking up AA meetings. Okay. Someone may have 2 A's in their name. Okay. Something may be aggravating. Okay. With this AGV. What? Something maybe okay, some form of aggravating energy, or something that was aggravating you is being collapsed, so no longer aggravating. Okay. Okay, I'm saying I'm picking up the energy of easy. Something's easy. I.e. Okay. So something about an inference. Something asking for you to see it. See me, see me. Someone may be asking you to come see them. Someone may be of Latin culture. Okay. See, yes. So there's a yes answer. Yes, we, me. The we, me energy. Okay. I am because we are energy. I'm also picking up Ubuntu. Ubuntu. Okay. Something about repost. Okay. So this may be on social media as well. Okay. Now hold death. Interesting. So you may be commanding someone's life. Okay, or something about commanding life, commanding reality, commanding a rebirth. Oi. Something about oi. There may have been some type of aggravated assault. Okay, so some energies attempting to psychically attack or impede. Shadow. I'm picking up shadow banning. That isn't what I meant to say, but that is the word choice coming up. So something about shadow banning, and also on social media, the internet, the algorithms, also within visceral life and reality in the flesh. Okay, there may have been some form of premeditated energy around that failed. Oh, something about sight. Yeah, there may have been something about a sight going down. Okay, SIT. Something about a sight going down. Okay. Okay, so you may see yourself on a website. Okay, that may be significant. Pay attention to the next website ad that comes up. I'm being guided to mention to you. The next aggravating ad that comes up, pay attention to it. There's going to be messages there for you. Something's going to be in HD, high definition. Okay, complete high definition. Something's going to be seen very clearly. Okay. Mm-hmm. Something about tea. So tea ball. Tea as in the drink. So sipping tea, again, gossiping. I did hear someone may be talking about you. This can be a form of black magic. Okay, but and or talking highly of you as well, gifting you something. Something about vector. Okay, something significant about vectors. Victor. Okay. Something significant about the mountains as well. I'm seeing this upside down V as a mountain. And okay. Something about that. I'm picking up Russia. Okay. Something significant about Russia. Okay. Tease. Okay. So some form of teasing taking place in HD, in high definition. Okay. Around your power. Something around power. Some teasing of power. Okay. Something about Pris. I'm picking up Crips. Okay, so this may be gang-related activity as well. No judgment, no negatives or positives. Don't condone any of the behavior though. Just to clarify. Something about spring. Something may have happened around in the spring. Something about a rim. Okay, I'm also picking up with the sexual energy rim jobs. Okay, something rimming or something. Okay, something coming to a boiling head. Boiling over. Something boiling over. Okay, being spoiled. Yeah. Something being spooky. Someone may be saying something spooky. um, someone may be easy to fright. Okay, I'm picking up. Something about positivity. Okay, so also pause as an infection. Okay, if you need help with anything, I would say I'm not a medical professional. Go seek the appropriate help within your area. Yeah, but something or someone is positive about something. Okay, Spiritual release, yeah. Positive about something that they're seeing. Okay, there may have been a tie. And again, something with rim. Also picking up French, oui, W-I, oui. Yes, we see. Yes, we see a tie. Okay, we're positive of this in HD. Something about gagging, a gag. Georgia, Gavinston. Okay, something about Gavin. Something gave. Someone gave something someone. Someone gave something to someone. Someone gave something someone. So there may be some type of human trafficking taking place in Georgia. That's significant. Okay, seek the appropriate assistance if you are able to. Okay, something about a tear. Yes, tears. Okay, so literal tears. Okay, so spiritual release taking place or someone being in tears. Okay, and or tears as in levels. Because I got it this way. Something about the ER. Okay, TI. This may be related to someone in the entertainment industry. Doesn't want to come up. Information technology. So there may be someone crying on the internet or something about evidence being within the internet. All right, this one went much more into different spaces now. Okay. So something about an emergency with information technology taking place, leaving someone in tears possibly. Okay, someone may have gave someone internet credentials or classified information. Okay, something about extraterrestrials, ET. Okay, aliens, non-human intelligences. Okay, so there may have been something. Okay, something about a wig. Okay, so masking. Okay, so I'm picking up now advanced technologies that are not publicly available in this moment that were acting as a mask. Okay, I have wig here. Someone may wear a wig. So, okay, so some form of operating system upgrade. All right, I'm picking up Apple. Okay, and also with OS. So operating system OS and or so. Okay, the word so. So again, something with fabrics, sewing. Okay, so there may have been an attempt to rewrite reality through some operating system of extraterrestrial or non-human intelligence that was going to be a mask, but it seems that that has failed. AI. Okay, artificial intelligence. Okay, also private eye, private investigation. Okay, and also pie. Okay, so something not fitting within the pie. Okay, so you may have been eating a literal pie or significance about pie or pie eating or cunnilingus. Okay, I believe eating of the vagina or the pussy. Okay, and something about pie. I'm also picking up something being soft, but I'm also picking up pi as in the mathematical equation. So something didn't fit, something didn't work. AV. Picking up alien village. Okay. So something about a fire in a mountain. Okay, with the AV here. But I see two mountains. Okay, and as also I see the alchemical symbol for well, actually air, I believe. So some type of something's crumbling down. Okay, something's crumbling down within the operation system airwaves. Okay, due to some form of advanced technology and not fitting into the equation of pi. I'm also picking up 369. Okay, something about head. Bear with me. Something attempting to break through. Okay, being guided to heed. Okay, and head. Heed and head. Okay, heeding ahead. Moving forward. Okay. Victory over rebirth. Okay, so you victoriously rebirthed. Okay, man. All right, so letters of names that may be significant. The letter P, the letter T, so something about part-time. Also PTS, PTSD. Okay, maybe significant for someone. I'm picking up complex PTSD. The letter G, the letter O, the letter D. PTS, God's PTSD. Pissed. Okay, so some divine energy is pissed. So wrath of God I'm picking up. All right, the letter Z, the letter V, the letter W, and the letter E. Okay, so we God, postscript. Okay, I'm also picking up small God. Okay, so some form of deity. All right, something's been reported to HR. This may be divine HR. This may be a literal HR, human resources. Okay. All right, there you go. HR. Or RH. Okay, something about blood. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the letters and the names. H-A-R, so I'm picking up Harold, Hare, Harlot, Charlotte. Okay. Anyway, HARZVWEPTSGOD. Okay. Also something about a dog, something being loyal. Okay. All right, tribe. It's been a pleasure. All right, and remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click the link above in the bio to check out all the dimensions of myself, products, and services. Okay, book a session with me if you would like a reading. Also, check out the shorts for further confirmations. Okay. I'm also picking up love in the air. Oh, wow. Something about this Venn diagram. Look. Okay. Yeah, you're really connecting with interdimensional. Okay, we'll save that for the next one. But either way, again, appreciate you all. All right. See you next time. Okay, next time. All right, and Anak Amun, Somoribi, so it is, as above, so below, as within, as without, abracadabra. Okay, Ashe. All right, see you next time, tribe.